Coming up, should you go to Jollywood Nights or Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, or maybe both? There are some things about these parties that are nice as can be, and in some ways, they are a little naughty. We're going to figure out in which ways on the other side.
Sometimes being a little naughty is okay.
You did the bad thing, but it was worth it in the end.
I'll take my little slap on the hand.
Hey y'all, it's LJ here, owner and founder of Smart Moms Plan Disney and Smart Moms Travel. We are so glad you're here for another episode of the Smart Moms Plan Disney podcast. Now, here's your host, Allie.
Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Smart Moms Plan Disney podcast. This time, it's Christmas in July, and I'm celebrating today with Katie and with Karla. Good morning, girls.
Good morning, Stacy. Cue the holiday music.
Merry Christmas.
It's halfway to the holidays, right? And Disney is preparing. We have the holiday party tickets on sale, which we're going to dive deep and talk about both parties today. But before we do, I was dying as we were planning this episode because, it is summertime and we are moms, and a lot of our content planning is just us kind of communicating in our normal way all day long. We knew we were going to record this episode, and so we were throwing out ideas. We needed to come up with a way to say that things were either good or bad, and we needed it to be holiday related. And Karla, can you talk about what happened and transpired in that conversation?
A lot of shenanigans and not good ones. Okay, so back in the day when we were new, we used to be super cutesy and come up with these really clever titles for episodes that were not searchable at all, but like really like funny and quirky and cool. So we were kind of trying to put a spin on this episode like we did with the Halloween episode. And yeah, it didn't turn out so great.
So we were like, why
We
is
did trick or treat for Halloween, so we needed something Christmas related, right? And there is one very clear, obvious answer, but we put a lot of really unclear, obvious answers before we got to that answer.
And let me just say,
it's not great.
Not because we were trying to be clever, but because we're like, why is there nothing? I was literally saying from a boat, like, why is there nothing as obvious for the holidays like there was trick or treat? Like that was so easy when we were talking about the fall and Halloween. And there's nothing.
So Allie, what was your suggestion? What was your just really stellar suggestion?
It was never actually on the table, but one of the ideas thrown out was North Pole or bag of coal. Which...
I put Snope or Nope.
That's not bad.
Wait. But then it sent us into a text thread about how to spell Snope. And I was like, that's not why I was putting that. It was like, I think Stacy thought that I was like, is Snope spelled S-N-O-A-P or N-O-P-E? Yeah. Like she wasn't getting that. I was trying to come up with a clever, this or that type thing. But needless to say, Stacy for a long time thought that Snope, which is snow mixed with soap, was spelled S-N-O-P-E. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah, but I think it is.
No, it's not.
It's S-N-O-A.
It's snow and soap. There's no way it can be
right.
Like,
no. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
I hope Katie, you fact checked me because I am definitely on a soap. I am on a SOAP box right now that it's spelled this way. And if it's not, I'm going to feel really dumb.
I'm with you, Karla. It's S-N-O-A-P, 100%.
So I'm on a boat and I'm trying to come up with something, and out of nowhere, Karla says,
"Wait, you're literally like, what do you mean? Like you're on a boat? Like what kind of boat are you on?"
We're tubing. Like we're on an adventure boat.
Okay, because I'm like, you live in Ohio. How many boats are there in Ohio? Where are you going?
We're like tubing and water skiing. We're out speedboating.
This is hilarious in and of itself because it's like, oh yeah, we have all of these meetings to discuss our content. No, Allie's literally on a boat.
It never happens.
And I am yelling at my friend. I'm like, because the boat engine's loud, and I'm like, I need a this or that for holiday. Where she's like, candy cane, and I was like, no. So this is what's going down, and then all of a sudden, Karla texts, naughty or nice. And I threw
And
my
then I
phone.
put, duh, like I had to pull over my car because it came to me and I was like, what are we even doing
We're
here?
like,
Like
what
we
are we?
wasted so much time.
So much
Oh
time,
my
so much
God.
energy. It's like I threw my phone and I was just I retire. I'm done. I cannot do this any longer. So anyway, because of that, today we are going to be giving a naughty or nice ranking to each of the party elements. I apologize that it will not be a North Pole bag of coal ranking, which has a nice ring to it, but we're gonna do naughty or nice. We're gonna talk about the holidays. There is so much to talk about with the holidays at Disney. Tickets are on sale now for these parties, Jollywood Nights and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Both are really amazing, but I think one is the more right answer for your group, depending on who your group is, right? Like they're not just, I mean, they are both knocked out of the park. Do you agree?
Oh, 100%. They are so good. And each one is good for very different reasons. Like we're going to get into that, but oh my gosh, I love them both.
We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to start with our first party. And I think by the end, I just want everybody to realize that maybe if you could only make it to one of these parties, you know which one is more right for you. But really, if you can make it to both, it's worth making a whole trip around these parties.
Mhm.
So we'll have that conversation on the other side. Hey Smarties, did you know that just by listening to this ad, you can save on renting baby equipment from the #1 baby gear rental service across the US, Canada, and beyond? Of course, I'm talking about BabyQuip. When we're traveling, it is just life in a new place, but I don't have beds for my babies or even a high chair for them to eat in. And when we don't have our things, we do not have our rhythm, and it can make it really difficult to enjoy our vacation. Look no further than BabyQuip. With a wide range of baby and toddler equipment available, including cribs, strollers, car seats, toys, and more. BabyQuip helps give us some of that normalcy our kiddos crave and the peace of mind we need. When they are happy, we are happy. All products follow strict cleanliness and safety protocols, and they are there to ensure that you can really enjoy your vacation. Whether at a home, a hotel, a vacation rental, or whatever you're calling home for your vacation, you never have to worry. If you need it, they have it. BabyQuip is available in over 1,500 cities, making it accessible. So whether you're going to Disney World or Disneyland or some other travel destination, BabyQuip will have you covered. They have an easy-to-use online platform for quick reservations and easy customer support. So head to babyquip.com and use the code SMPOD, that's SMPOD, you can save $30 off of any order of $150 or more. That's SMPOD at babyquip.com. Pack light, travel happy. I love the holidays. I love everything really about them. What's y'all's favorite holiday cookie? Are they different in Florida? That's a real question. Like, is there like a staple that you make where you're from that maybe I don't make where I'm from?
Well, I'm the only like true Floridian here. I'm single Acadia Floridian.
Oh my.
But I really love any Christmas cookie that I don't have to make. And
Yeah.
I love them all. So bring it.
I'm the opposite. I don't really like cooking or baking normal times of year, but at the holidays, I am team. This has to be from scratch. We have like Santa's baking squad shirts, and every ingredient must be poured in, and I'm in charge. It's wild.
I mean, being from Pittsburgh, we're very serious about our wedding cookie tables. So, the cookies at Christmas time are just as good. My grandma used to make these waffle cookies, and they're not pizzelles. Like pizzelles are like the thin, crispy cookies
I
that
always
you
thought those
see.
were called pitzels. Pitzels?
I've always called them pizzelles,
Oh,
but I don't
what
know.
cookie would be called?
No, pitzels. Like pizza has ZZ, pitzels.
Okay. Let us know in the comments if it's pitzels or pizzelles,
Yeah.
okay? But yeah, so my grandma would make these waffle cookies that they were soft waffle cookies and they were so sweet and they're very simple. And the best thing about it for me is I hate making cookies where it's like, I'm going to scoop cookies for the next 30 minutes and then I'm going to bake them. I hate that. What I love about waffle cookies is you just scoop it on a waffle iron and then you instantly have at least 4 cookies. And I'm like, ah.
Yeah. I'm not kidding you when I say, and this doesn't need to be a long conversation. This is just true. I make the world's best sugar cookie. It is this cookie that I make. It's a secret. I can't give it away. My friends flock to my house for this cookie at the holidays. It is the softest cookie. It will stay soft for days.
Then you should send them to Katie and I, and we can test that theory.
So I'm afraid
Yeah.
I would be afraid that in the
Oh, you're
process.
backtracking now.
No,
She's
I would be
backtracking.
afraid that they would get soggy because I also I make the icing for them from scratch, and it's like a pattern. It's very beautiful. It's not the hard sugar cookie icing. It's like a buttercream. They're very good. Y'all have to travel up here
Sounds
and
good. Sounds
yeah,
yummy.
they're the world's best. Well, maybe not world's best, but probably, my friend group best. I guess I'll.
They're Ohio's best.
Did I just hear that we were invited to a holiday party at Allie's
Sounds
house?
like
Is
we
that what I
were.
just heard?
Sounds like we were.
Come on up. All right, but would it be as good as Jollywood Nights? I think it could be better. I'm not gonna lie. We throw a good party up here.
That's just wrong.
Okay, let's talk about Jollywood then. Jollywood Nights is in its third year. We're on year 3 now.
Yeah.
That's wild. They dropped this bomb on us a few years ago. We had no idea this was coming. Parties have always been a thing in Magic Kingdom. And all of a sudden, Hollywood Studios announces and starts having Jollywood Nights, a swankier side of holiday parties. And Karla or Katie, one of you was there opening night, weren't you?
Stacy and I went. It wasn't opening night. So the very first event of the first year was like a washout. All of these content creators went and they were like, it rained.
Oh, yeah. It was kind of a mess, wasn't it?
It was a total mess. But then Stacy and I went the following week and like the shirts came in and they decided to add like all the rare characters at that time and everything because everything kind of went over like a lead balloon the first week. And that's where I met Pinocchio. And yeah, we were there the second week of the first year.
We're going to talk about each little section of the party, give it a naughty or nice ranking so you can decide if this is something you want to do with your family. We got the party dates for Jollywood Nights, and it is going to be running from November 8th through December 22nd. It has, I would say, significantly fewer party dates than Magic Kingdom has for their party. I'm not really sure why that is. I don't really think it's a harder party to operate. Maybe that has more to do with just demand is still not quite as high, and so they can get away with fewer dates. But this is totally my jam, this type of party in this park, which is my favorite park. Kind of shifts back and forth with Epcot, but Hollywood Studios is just where my heart lives, I think.
This is Hollywood Glam meets the holiday season. It's everything that Hollywood Studios as a park is, but it's intensified and it's just more of like an intimate, I'm going to call it soiree. It feels really special. It feels like all the glitz and glamour, but in these intimate little spaces that they've created within this party in the park. And I don't know, I really love it. I'm interested to see what you think, Katie. Have you taken your little ones there?
So I have not taken my kids to Jollywood Nights. I've only ever gone to meet friends and things like that. I think it would be a great date night. It feels like you're going to the company Christmas party, but everybody gets to go to it, right?
It kind of does.
That's a great way to put it. That's a really good way to put it. And it's not something Zan and I have done on a date night. I really want to get a trip in where we just go to the parties. And a date night here at the company party, I love the way you put that.
You're really
such a great
company. Like your company did you really right.
Yeah.
It's everything that an adult wants in a Christmas party. That said, is it a kid-friendly event? I mean, of course, children are welcome to come, and I feel like they're adding elements to make it more child-friendly. Every time I go, it is predominantly adults and teens. And I remember the first year that we went, there were times that Stacy and I looked around and we were like, we haven't seen a little kid the whole night.
I don't want to deter people from taking their little kids, and we'll talk a little bit more about why your kids will love it. I mean, it's still Disney at the end of the day, and you're still in a park late at night, right? And we'll kind of talk about the differences too when we put a bow on this conversation at the end of the episode. But it is an adult forward in terms of the things we're going to discuss. So let's dive in then. The party hours. We already know it's November 8th through the 22nd. Something really exciting is happening this year. The party officially is starting at 7:30. It's going to run until 12:30, which is already later than the other party, which I don't want to keep comparing them, but it is the later of the two. But now guests can enter an extra 30 minutes earlier than they could last year, which means you get entry into the park at 5:30 p.m. Here's the thing, that's 2 hours early. If I get 2 hours in Hollywood Studios ahead of a party, that alone is making me feel like this is going to be worth it because a lot of people are skipping Hollywood Studios. I cannot stand it. I don't like it, but I see it happen all the time. During the holidays, these party hours make it easier to experience Hollywood Studios. So if you're thinking of skipping it, don't. Go to the party, get those 2 hours in the park, ride a few of the best banger attractions, which they're all bangers, but so you got to narrow it down. Pick two of them and then go to this party.
Yeah. With these after hours events, they do limit the number of tickets they sell so that the crowd levels are low. And you could absolutely spend the entire party Slinky Dog Dash will have like a 20-minute wait often, or like Rise of the Resistance might be 15 minutes. The waits are extremely low during the party. But I might say you're doing it wrong if you're going to the party to ride the rides. Like,
Right.
you should go to the party for the entertainment, all of the exclusive offerings,
I've
right?
actually done that. So the first time I went with my tweens at the time. They're teenagers now, by the way. And we focused on the rides more than anything else. And because of that, I didn't really get to experience the party. Well, the second year I went, last year, I got to go with Becky on the podcast team, and we got to experience all the offerings that the party had. So, really, I've experienced both. And to get your money's worth, you do want to kind of put the rides on the back burner and really, enjoy all the different things that the party has to offer.
Yeah, it's not that you shouldn't ride rides. We just know from expert experience you're missing something if you're putting your energy there. So go to the park in those extra 2 hours early and ride the things and then really immerse yourself in the party offerings. I love these party hours. I love being in a park till 12:30. I've done that a few times under different circumstances. It's so fun. So I give the party hours and by connection the crowd size, right? A definite nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tickets are out and available. They have been for a little while now. You have to always be really careful because dates do sell out for the parties. For Jollywood nights, depending on the night you're going, this year they're ranging from $159 to $199 per person per ticket, and it will vary by date. So closer to holiday dates are going to be in that higher bracket, and it's a $40 swing, which is really, really big in my opinion. It's a pricey ticket, it's expensive. Is it worth it?
It is a pricey ticket. And I feel like this is going to be the category that we talk about today that is so easy to put it in the naughty category because whoever likes to just spend money, right? Nobody wants to. But I really believe that these events are worth every penny that you would spend on the ticket, even if you're going the most expensive night. I think that they are very worth it. It is just such a unique experience. It's so immersive. You are going to get so much value out of it. The exclusive food offerings, the exclusive entertainment. There is so much that's happening that makes these tickets so worth it, in my opinion.
I agree. I think sometimes being a little naughty is okay. And I think this is Disney being a little bit naughty, but it being totally worth it, like you said. I mean, I've splurged on them twice. So
We splurge on these tickets every year as hosts. We go to these parties and it's because we think it's worth it. This is a balance, right? Do we say the price is naughty, but it's worth it? Naughty, but worth it? Like you did the bad thing, but it was worth it in the end.
Yeah, I think that's
I'll
how
take
it
my little
goes.
slap on the hand and
Yeah.
keep it moving.
We're going to call it, yeah, exactly. We're going to call it naughty, but worth it because it's expensive. This is high pricing and it does isolate people, but if you do splurge and get these tickets and make adjustments to your trip, maybe if you need to be able to get them, then it's going to be worth it in the end. All right, this is actually my favorite category when it comes to the ones we're talking about today, vibes and attire. Vibes and attire for Jollywood Nights. My favorite thing about this party. I love a vibe. I said on an episode recently that we were talking about, I love a theme. Just give me a theme. As I was getting my youngest daughter ready for her 4th of July parade, colors were vomiting on her. Like I was just adding more glitter, things to her hair. I just love a theme. So if you're telling me that I get to go to my favorite park and it's going to be glitz and glamour, golden age of Christmas decor, give me tinsel, let me put on a dress that I maybe wouldn't wear otherwise.
100%. I want to make it clear you can show up in a Christmas t-shirt and jeans and no one's going to look at you sideways. But probably half of the guests show up in the festive fun suits. Like the men will buy the suits that are like these outrageous holiday prints, or ladies will show up in the gowns that are all glittery. This is your opportunity to lean into that swanky factor. And I'm so excited to hear Karla's take on this, because this is where Karla
I think
shines.
I think it takes me back to your it's your holiday Christmas party. Inevitably, there's a woman always wearing a prom dress and then somebody that's completely dressed down, and that but that's totally fine, right? I always kind of go with the vibe of the 40s, 50s, just, the big skirt, the sequins. I've seen women with fur shawls. I've seen the beautiful pin curls, and it's just to the nines.
Hmm.
Like, you can't go wrong. If there was a time you were going to go to Disney and schlep it with heels on, this is when you're going to do it. And you're going to like figure out the most comfortable heels to wear. But also, if you want to wear matching jammies, go for it. But
Mhm.
it really is part of the glamour of the party as a whole, is taking that extra step. If you're going to spend the money and go, spend the money with a really cool outfit and really do it up. And like you said, Allie, immerse yourself in the party itself.
We don't want to send the message that you shouldn't go if that's not your thing, but we also really want to send the message that if you like a theme, and exactly to your point, Karla, and you bought the ticket, do the thing. They need bippity boppity boutique appointments for adults to go
Yeah.
That
get
would
their
be so
hair
amazing.
all set for Jollywood nights. When I was younger, I went to a murder mystery party, and my friend's mom did my hair in the really beautiful pin waves or whatnot, but she did it with like
Oh
Elmer's
my
school
Oh
gosh.
glue.
my gosh.
And it was incredible. It looked so good. But I need somebody to do that for my hair to go to this party. But now you all are making me, I'm literally pulling up a calendar to be like, could I get a couple friends together and go on a date night to Jollywood this year and just go all out?
You
Wear the
can. It's
really nice,
us. We are
yeah,
the
yeah.
friends.
I'm
It
like,
would
this
be
needs to happen.
incredible.
So, yes, you can go in a t-shirt and jeans, just like Katie said. And no, we do not want to deter you if immersion and playing along is not your thing. But like if you are a person that's going to go to a murder mystery party and be in character all night and dressed up, this is probably your vibe too. I think that's fair to compare. We're calling this nice because what a niche
Mhm.
that Disney pulled out with this party and just dropped on us out of nowhere. And I'm just glad it exists, and I would be devastated if it didn't. Food and drinks. What do we
So
think?
this is where how we were talking about the vibe being so elevated in the last category. It absolutely carries over to food and drinks. They're going to be serving small plates basically all around the park, and everything's going to have a swankier feel. Hollywood Brown Derby has an event that they have so many fancy dishes that I'll be honest with you, I didn't recognize a lot of them. I didn't even know the names of some of them. I was like, what is that? Like, it's just not something that's in my standard day to day fare. And for that to be offered in a theme park, I think means that Disney nailed it, right?
I wouldn't necessarily go there hungry. I would, like we've mentioned in the past before parties, I would get a meal in. I would probably do a meal on the boardwalk. We know a restaurant or two, that we've mentioned multiple times. I would go for the specialty treats. I will say, Becky and I did do the experience at the Hollywood Brown Derby last year. And it was very nice and very just kind of dark in there. And it was just very intimate. And there was a piano player and a singer. And it was like we had our own little private show. But it was a very quick experience. I'm not sure that I would take the time out of the party to do it again, but it's nice to know that it is there if you are needing a break.
Yeah, I was about to say when you do that, you do take time and availability from the other party offerings. And I know one could say this is a party offering too. So you're just doing a different party offering. But to your point again, Karla, a 3 p.m. dining reservation on the boardwalk before your 5:30 entry at Hollywood Studios is probably a better way to go. The holiday cocktails though at this party,
Best.
that's
Yeah,
more
some
what
of
I'm
the
talking
best.
about.
Those are
Yeah.
very nice. Very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
they're everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
which is also nice. And the little treats, little Gertie cookies and just little sweet treats everywhere.
It's all delicious. It really just comes to how do you want to spend your time with all of the hours that you have. Even with a party, you kind of have to strategize to fit it all in because certain things may only be happening at certain times. And if you're stopping to eat, you still have to come with your leveled up strategy to make it all fit. So it's a decision process, but it's
It
nice
is
on our
very
list.
true. And I will say that the lines can get long at some of the stands. So
That's my only issue with all parties in general is trying to jigsaw everything in and then dealing with lines for food and drinks and things like that can interrupt your ability to do all the things. I mean, it truly can. Shows and entertainment. You buy the special ticket, you're here, we've already set the scene, we already have a cocktail, we're in our costume, for lack of a better word. What are we
There
doing
are
once we're there?
so many shows just for the party. We recently had an episode where we just talked about all of the regular shows in Hollywood studios, and many of them will still be happening during the party. The new shows, the Villains show, the Little Mermaid show is going to be happening, all of that. But there are party specific shows that are going to be happening. Like Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy are hosting Disney Holidays in Hollywood. There is a sing along for The Nightmare Before Christmas that has this really large, impressive Jack Skellington puppet. It's so cool. And my favorite was personally the Tip Top Club, which is live jazz music over by Tower of Terror. That is 1,000% my jam. But there's way more than even that. Like we have the Pixar disco happening where all of the Pixar characters are going to be dancing with kids. They have an ice show. And at the end of the night, you're going to catch Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam at the Chinese theater. There's so much.
Right there, you just said like the ice skating show and dancing with Pixar characters. That's leaning more. I know we've talked a lot about the adult appeal and the adult draw, not to skip over the fact that your kids would also actually love being here because the parties are where dance parties are breaking out with characters. Where else are you dancing with? I don't want to say for certain because I'm not sure who will be in the Pixar dance party, but could it be Sully? Maybe. Where else do you just get
we
to
danced with
dance?
Sadness and Edna Mode last year.
My dream. Sadness is my girl. I would dance with
She's so
Sadness all
cute when
night.
she dances. She just puts her
Mhm.
little fingers up and
Oh my gosh.
You all know that she's my favorite, right? We've talked about
Yes.
this. I have I love
We
her
have
so
talked about
much.
how Sadness is your favorite
I
Disney
love
character.
her. I love her. She's amazing. She's so incredible. I would love to dance with her. I would just, work on cheering her up and be a great time. A lot to offer. Have y'all seen Jingle Bell,
I
Jingle
have, and
Bam?
it is impressive.
As impressive as Luminous
start.
at
Don't
Epcot?
even start. It's too early for this.
Don't
Don't fall for
impressive.
this,
On
Katie. Do
record.
not fall for this.
She already did. She
Okay,
said Jingle Bell,
She's
Jingle
like
Bam
over
is more
there.
impressive than
Stop it.
Luminous. Yes, she
listen,
just did.
I do.
She just
Well,
did.
okay, hold the phone. Let's backtrack a little bit here. All shows at Disney are pretty good, but Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam is impressively good. And the reason I say this is Disney leans so hard into fireworks shows and shows with live entertainers. What makes this show unique, Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam, is it feels like a laser show. I'm talking specifically, I'm here for the lasers.
Lasers. What is that
That's
from?
from
I don't know.
oh yeah, I have to cut that out. It's from Austin. It's
Oh
from Austin
my
Powers.
gosh.
In addition to the lasers, isn't this the show where they have the ice skaters as well? And it's kind of like in the forefront, or is that something different? That's something different.
It's
Yeah,
something
that's
different, but it's
Glisten.
taking place in the same area. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes. It happens all in the same place, but that just again speaks to how much there actually is to do. So this is definitely you're getting your money's worth, a lot of entertainment. I think it's important that we impress upon everybody the what you're going to be doing here is dancing, watching shows, and eating and drinking, right? That is the vibe of the party. It's a hang. It's like your best work holiday party, but they also hired ice skaters, to watch while you're having your cocktails. And then if you can squeeze in some attractions, of course, we recommend that you do that only if it means you don't have to miss some of the party offerings. So it gets a nice ranking. Do we agree?
Yeah.
Last category we're going to talk about before we shift into the next party and wrap up our Jollywood conversation is the characters. More than ever this year. And we've only treaded lightly on the conversation of, is this a super kid-friendly event? I'm going to say Disney, just in general, is kid-friendly. They're not doing very much that isn't kid-friendly, right? So yes, this is a great date night place. And yes, I do think it's leaning heavier into adults, but there are a ton of child experiences happening at the party. Your kids will have a wonderful time. They can get dressed up too. But the character interactions are just one of the ways that, yes, I do think it makes it a more kid-friendly event this year, maybe more than ever.
Absolutely. There are so many characters happening at this park. I think there might even be more character meetings at Jollywood Nights than Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. There are so many happening at Jollywood Nights. And like Allie was saying, would this make a great adults only evening? Sure. But bring the kids. You know, if the vibe is I want to bring my husband out for date night at Jollywood, let's have a date night that the kids are along for too. And they're going to have a really great time. There are so many characters that you can meet. It's truly just such a lineup. Obviously, like heavy hitters, this doesn't even touch all of them that are offered, but Powerline Max for all of us millennials, Phineas and Ferb, which is getting such a yes,
Resurgence.
like my kids are watching Phineas and Ferb.
Yes, so are mine. I was about to say, is this a resurgence or is this just my
My
kids
kids are watching
discovered it?
Phineas and Ferb every day. There's always a long line to meet them. There's so much demand to meet them. Duffy the Bear in his cute Santa suit. We have a friend in the agency who loves Duffy. She would be all over this. The Mandalorian, you can meet the Mandalorian over in Batu. And there are tons of other rare characters. Whenever I was saying earlier that I got to meet Pinocchio there, Pinocchio is not part of the official lineup of characters. I have this relationship where I'm always like, I have to meet Pinocchio, and I hear he's around the parks. And whenever I try to go meet him, I can't find him. It happens every time. But I did meet Pinocchio there in 2023. The headliner that they're bringing and adding in this year is Miguel from Coco over in the Rock and Roller Coaster area over there. And they have this whole area there in the coaster courtyard that is like Latin flair and tons of incredible food offerings. And it is going to be really cool over in that area where they're bringing Miguel
Which
to
is
meet
great
guests.
because they had that Latin flair area in other places in the park that were not conducive to having that many people gathered. So I'm glad they moved it to a place that gives it a little more space.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the character interactions are amazing. Miguel, if Inside Out and Sadness are top for me, Coco and Miguel are two or three for sure. I love them. That is almost enough for me to go on its own. I think the character interactions being something that's such a good draw for kids and spreading them out in really unique ways. So you have some at dance parties, you have some that are meet and
So
greets.
the circumstances where I met Pinocchio, the year that Stacy and I went, it was like they had added rare characters last minute. And we were like, oh, hey, there's Jiminy Cricket. We should get in line for Jiminy Cricket. And a cast member came up to Stacy and I at the end of the line and she was like, I am so sorry. I have to tell you, Jiminy's going to be taking a break soon and Pinocchio will be coming out. Is that okay? And I looked at Stacy and I literally almost cried in that moment.
It's actually such a good story. When I believe we've talked about this before, but it's been a minute. And when you sent us the picture that you were meeting Pinocchio, I mean,
I mean
we
that
celebrated
that
that.
couldn't happen to any more perfect of a person. I would have been like,
No.
I'm out of here. Katie was like,
Yeah, yeah.
yay.
But I would have been like, no, I'm good. I don't need to. But if I had been with Katie, I think I would have screamed. I think I would have been like, Katie, I'm not even going up there. I'm gonna hold your stuff and, do your whole thing. Like I would have lived to have seen that
I
because I know how big
literally
it was.
cried, and our another friend in the agency made me a bag that had Pinocchio on it, and I happened to be wearing it that night, not knowing that I would meet him. And I was like, "Oh my god, Pinocchio, you're my favorite, you're my everything." It was such a great moment.
It's great too because you're going to get such a strong mix of characters
Mhm.
at Jollywood Nights. So you get these rare opportunities. You're also still going to get Star Wars opportunities because this is where Star Wars lives. You're going to see a lot of Pixar, a lot of classic. You're getting a really wide range and it's going to be a great experience for everyone. So this is a nice for sure. And that's all of our categories for Jollywood Nights and I love it. This is the swankiest vibe. This is great entertainment, fun food, good experiences for all ages, but maybe just maybe a stronger pull for that date night experience. I just, again, don't want to leave people thinking they shouldn't take their kids. And really, just deliver the vibes of what you're going to be
Matt
experiencing
and I
once you go.
very rarely have a babysitter, and we have 3 very rambunctious, lovely, and rowdy children. A lot of our date nights are, we're sitting at Chuck E. Cheese and the kids are playing the games, right? Like, that's what date night looks like whenever you're in the thick of parenthood. But I feel like a lot of families coming to Disney, like, the parents would love to have a date night and they're like, oh, but we can't do it. You can still do it. Bring the kids, enjoy the drinks, enjoy the cocktails, enjoy all the amazing food, and let the kids go dance with sadness.
That's right. Everybody needs a friend. Okay, Jollywood Nights is nice. We love it. I hope that helps answer some questions. I think there's some confusion surrounding what this party is, but it's a vibe and an entertainment hub, and it is worth
And I
it to
actually
check it
look
out.
forward to it evolving as the years go on, right? It's still fairly new. I do think eventually they'll take
Hmm.
some of it into the back of the park in the Star Wars area, in the Toy Story area, and I do look forward to seeing those changes continue to happen.
That's a good point. The party offerings themselves do happen in isolated areas. While the whole park is open and operating, the party itself is happening in select areas of the
Yeah,
park,
I
right?
love the way that Karla worded it earlier, that this is Disney creating these really intimate areas to enjoy different aspects of the holidays in a really swanky way.
Yeah. All right, it's all good things. We're gonna take another break, and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the crown jewel of the holidays at Disney World, is on the other side. Are you looking to save on your transportation from your arrival to your destination when you travel to Orlando? Well, keep listening because we're going to save you some money. If you're planning your next trip to Disney, you've probably asked in some sort of online community, what's the best way to get from the airport to the resort? Well, let me help you out. MCO to Disney is the way to go. From the moment you book, they make things easy and stress-free. The day before your trip, you're going to get a personalized message with your driver's contact info, your travel details confirmed, and everything set up for you so that you can have a relaxing time and simply focus on the magic ahead. When you land, your driver is there waiting at baggage claim, holding a sign with your family name, ready to welcome you, just like the family that you are. Your vehicle will be spotless and your car seats already installed just how you requested them. And if you need a grocery stop, they've got you covered for no extra charge. But here's what makes them even more special. It's not just transportation. MCO to Disney knows it's the first moment of your vacation where your memories begin. So no crowded shuttles, no multiple stops, just you, your family, your time, and your ride straight into the magic. Start your Disney vacation the right way with peace of mind, comfort, and service designed to help you create unforgettable memories from the moment you land. Visit mco2disney.com. That's the number 2, mco2disney.com, and use code SMARTMOMS, one word, all caps, at checkout to save 10% on all transportation. All right. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, the OG, the crown jewel. This is what everybody thinks of when they think about the holidays at Disney World. It's the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Happening this year for 2025, select nights, November 7th through December 21st. If you're traveling at all between those dates, so we said Jollywood Nights has far fewer dates, you have to be very strategic. I have a family that's traveling for maybe a 5-day stretch, and we were exploring which day they were going to do the party. The harder thing to strategize was to make sure we nailed down a day to do Magic Kingdom that wasn't a party night,
Yes.
because so many of their nights at Disney World were party nights. I think 3 out of 5 of them were party nights. That's how often this party is happening. And so you want to be strategic in 2 ways. Number 1, if you have a park hopper ticket, then maybe doing Magic Kingdom in the morning on a day that Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is happening that night is a good idea, because the park has a lower attendance in general because non-ticket holders do have to leave the park early. If you don't have a park hopper ticket, I would not advise doing Magic Kingdom on a party night if you're not going to the party, because you're going to have to leave early, you're not going to get a full day, and you're not going to have the opportunity to see the traditional Magic Kingdom fireworks. Same philosophy is true for Hollywood Studios with Jollywood Nights. It's just easier to strategize because there are fewer nights of the party. So with Magic Kingdom, it's very important between November 7th and December 21st of this year, 2025, that you really look at that calendar and make sure you're hitting the party on the right day and Magic Kingdom on the right day. This is everything. This party is all of the magic, all of the vibes, all of the Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. Music, snow, everything you could possibly imagine when you're thinking of holidays.
Yes. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is, in my opinion, the pinnacle of Disney magic. It literally does not get better than this in my mind. You have the most magical place on earth meets the most wonderful time of the year. And it's like Disney magic and holiday magic. And oh my gosh, my heart is bursting even thinking about it. It is just the best. It is the best. If I could only have one moment at Disney in my whole life, it would be during the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, and I would catch the parade on Main Street with the castle in the background and the snow falling down. There is nothing better.
Yeah, that is like an I've arrived. I mean, it's really, really spectacular.
It's an explosion of
Oh,
all your senses multiplied time a gazillion. Even the parade has floats that go by that smell like gingerbread cookies or your sugar cookies, Allie. I don't know what kind of cookies it is, but they really thought of everything here. And it's like Katie said, it's this magical eruption in this one event, and it's amazing.
If Jollywood Nights is your company holiday party leveled up to the best it could possibly be, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is your Christmas morning of dreams, right?
yes.
It's that. Let's bust into the categories because there's a lot we want to digest and I don't want to get all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Party hours, very similar to Jollywood Nights. Officially, this party starts at 7, which is a half an hour before Jollywood Nights, and it ends officially at midnight. Same thing, that 30-minute swing. Guests can enter the park for this party at 4 p.m. That's 3 hours ahead of when the party starts. So, what do you do with that time? You can ride attractions that I just cannot say enough. I do not recommend, we already said it once, going to the party to ride things, but especially for Very Merry Christmas Party because it's going to take you out of the immersion and out of the experiences so that you can ride things that you can ride any day, unless you pick one of the rides, which we'll talk about later.
There's so much value in the ticket, so it kind of leans into both of these topics, but you're going to have up to 3 hours before the party officially starts and then 5 hours of party time. That is 8 hours of park time just with that party ticket. Talk about bang for your buck. You are going to be able to do so much. And again, like Allie said, hit those rides in those 3 hours leading up to it. And I think that that's a good use of your time. Take the party to enjoy the exclusive party offerings.
Right. Great hours. Can your kids make it to midnight? Should you have a down day the next day?
A late start day at least. Maybe not a down day if you can't fit it in your schedule, but for sure have a late morning.
Mm-hmm.
Don't start your day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Epcot's the next day.
Epcot the next day.
That would be a good idea. This is a little bit of a hot take for me because I mean, my kiddos are little and we have been going since Talia was literally 4 months old. And so many people ask me, should I take my little kids to after hours events like the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party? Is it worth it if I have a child that usually goes to bed by 8 p.m.? Listen, my kids usually go to bed by like 8 or 9 p.m. We have to get up at like 5:30 in the morning to go to school, okay? But my kids still make it through the Christmas parties and the Halloween parties and everything, even if the parties end at midnight. Like there's so much going on. It's out of the routine. I always say, absolutely go. Take your littles, go.
Yeah, my kids made it when they were little, and it was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so park hours gets a nice rating
Mm-hmm.
for sure. That extra 3 hours is beyond amazing and generous, and I know that we're going to use that to shift into the cost of the party. Tickets for this, they can be painful.
They are steep.
It can be over $1,000 for my family of 5 to go to this party. That's difficult, and it makes it difficult for a lot of families. The range this year for 2025 is about $169 to $229 per ticket per person based on the date that you go. I will say, if you're reaching that higher price, you already probably know that you're at Disney World during a high price time.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like maybe there's still a misconception out there that Disney during Christmas is a low crowd time of year. And I can't tell you that there is no bigger misconception out there. Literally, the busiest time of the year at Disney is that week between Christmas and New Year's. Okay.
Yeah. Which the parties aren't even going on that week. You know, these end before
Right.
the
Yeah. The parties have
yeah,
ended.
which is honestly a little weird to
I
me.
think so
I think a
too.
lot of people would still go. I've always kind of wondered why they do that. But if you are paying that higher end price for your ticket, you probably are already budgeting a high budget because you are there during one of the higher price weeks. There are
Mhm.
holiday specific weeks that are lower in cost and crowds. That first week of December is sort of a sweet spot. The second
Mhm.
week when all the parties start of November is sort of a sweet spot. So if you're trying to get holidays at Disney and lower pricing for holidays at Disney, there are ways to strategize that. So huge swing in cost here from 169 to 229.
But worth every penny.
Yeah, that's what I was about to
You know
say.
what I
That's what I was
mean?
about to say.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Stop. We don't need to beat around the bush. I mean, it's expensive, but it's worth it.
yeah.
I mean, like Katie described it at the beginning of this, it's everything that you want the holidays and the magic of Disney coming together to be, and it's literally worth every penny. And you find ways with your Smart Moms travel agent to budget it in and make it work.
That's exactly
Yeah,
right.
absolutely. I have cried so many happy tears at the
Yeah.
Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, whether I'm there with other, adult friends or whether I've brought my family. I have to say, I'll be real honest with you guys for a minute. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I've said like I struggle with babysitters and things like that, and I am with my kids all the time. And whenever I have an opportunity to get out and do something adult only is rare, but I find that if I'm at the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party without my kids, I miss them. I'm like, I need my kids to be here and have this moment with me. And I love having that moment with them, seeing the parade, seeing the magic in their eyes, even though we are locals, even though we hit the parks every week. That Christmas party is just everything. Okay, I could really go on forever about it.
Yeah, it's worth it. It's naughty price, but it's worth it in the end. And I support it. And like Karla said, you plan for it. You don't run from it.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the vibes and the attire. This is the opposite, right? The way I said this is more the Christmas morning. You see a lot of people in jammies. Have you seen a lot of
Yeah,
Christmas jammies at this?
people love it and we love it. It's easy. It's like a
Yeah.
no-brainer, right when you get back to your resort at the end of the night, put them babies to bed. Like they're probably already sleeping in the stroller or whatever. And also, it's just kind of a cheap and easy, fun, festive. You're going to get compliments. You're going to give compliments when you see a family wearing matching jammies. There's just something fun about making the grown men conform to what you
Yeah.
bought them to wear, even if it is like a adult onesie. Like
Yeah.
it's just funny. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, my dad is the only adult grown man at Christmas morning. I have a brother too, but he's not usually at our Christmas morning. And we buy him the onesie and he puts it on and it is the highlight, my kids eat it up. They can't get enough. And I know for a fact if we had him at this party, he would put on the onesie and it would be hilarious and it would be great. We've done the fuzzy deer. We've done it all.
Oh,
Yeah, you see a lot of people that way, but you also see this relaxed in what is your family Christmas vibe? Is it Christmas
mhm.
teas,
Ugly sweaters.
ugly sweaters? Absolutely. When we went, my girls wore little reindeer rocket type dresses. So they were actually probably more on brand for Jollywood. And my son wore a little Mickey, I don't know, Christmas thing. But I think if we went again, we would do the matching jammies.
I hate buying the seasonal clothes because I'm like, we're gonna buy this Christmas shirt and it's gonna be worn for 6 weeks and then hang in the closet and you're gonna outgrow it, right? But we always buy matching family Christmas jammies. And I love that these events are an excuse to get some more use out of it. I'll buy those flannel pajamas that are like the, red plaid or green plaid, and then a Christmas shirt over top. So it's like a warming layer without having to wear a coat.
I think you can just really lean into your family vibe here and bring your Christmas morning to life. And you're going to feel an explosion of festivity. And you're going to do it in a way that feels really on brand for you. So I think vibes and attire get an absolute nice ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Party inclusions. You know how I always say included You know how I always say that? Not free, it's included.
I was making the outline for this and I was like, I'm going to call that party freebies. And I was like, I'm going to call that party inclusion.
That's girl math, though, like to call it freebies. And that's okay because we're all girls.
Yeah, nope. Nope. Take me off your bandwagon there because this is where I learned this. This is where I picked it up. We walked into the Very Merry Party and we picked up our ornament. It's the first thing you do.
Yes.
And we all got one. And I told my kids, these are free. We all get one. They're free. And one of my very, very good friends that was with us looked at me and said, do not tell them those are free. You bought those. They're included. Did you buy tickets today? Those are included. And it was a light bulb moment. And I was like, never again. And now I've adopted this philosophy. And that right there, picking up my Christmas ornament for this party was where I picked that up. The ornament is included in the cost of your ticket, which is wonderful. And they do change it each year, right? Mm-hmm. It's custom. And so every year we all hang our Very Merry ornaments on the tree. And it's a great memory because we are the family that always takes an ornament home from our trip. So bringing that one home is always really special. Cookies and cocoa?
Yeah. So the same way for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party that there's all these different stops that you can go get candy. It's a similar philosophy for the Very Merry Christmas Party where you're going to stop and get cookies and cocoa, but it's not always going to be cookies and cocoa. Sometimes it'll be a gingerbread cookie and hot cocoa, and other times it'll be a sugar cookie and eggnog. So it's always going to be different holiday offerings at different spots. I love that that is another thing that's included in the price of the ticket. Let me ask you guys this though. Let's say, like, we talked about the pricing and we talked about how it's much higher for this party, but you get the ornament and the cookies and cocoa is included. If Disney lowered the price of the ticket and it was an add-on that you could get a commemorative ornament and the cookies and cocoa as like, you can pay more for this with your ticket. Would you still buy it? I mean, I probably would. So I kind of like that it's just, this is all wrapped up together.
Yeah, I agree. I think most people also would. Mm-hmm. You know, my kids really downed some cocoa when they were walking around. The spots are lit up by these giant, well, at least they were, I guess this could change from year to year, but historically they're these light up candy cane posts, huge, that you can't miss them to find your spots where you can get your cookies and cocoa or whatever it is. The cookies are they're packaged cookies, which is good. I mean, that's what you want. They're really good. We have those up here. Actually, I think they might be from here. Very, very good.
Yeah, they're pretty good. And I like too that because they are prepackaged, you can throw it in the stroller and take it to go. And then it's a snack later if they want it. So there's a lot of reasons to like it.
Yeah, I'm into it. I think it gets a nice ranking. Do y'all agree? Is it enough included for the price of the ticket?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it is. It's enough. It's almost true that also you can say, and we're going to shift now into the entertainment, that's part of the inclusions as well. Because you are paying and you're getting this ornament and your cookies and cocoa, but you're also getting these entertainment elements that you cannot get any other day at Magic Kingdom or any time during the holiday season other than at this specific party. Mm-hmm. There are 2 parades at the Christmas party. It's one parade. You can see it twice. It is historically the longest parade that Disney has, which is really, really cool. It's a wonderful parade. Last year, there was a very famous elf in the parade. I'm on bated breath. I'm hoping that elf is back. I mean, that elf is
gotta be.
That elf is becoming an attraction themselves, and I would almost go just to see that elf.
The elf is Tally. Name him Tally.
Yeah. And he goes around to see if you're on the naughty or nice list.
He's hysterical, and I did not get to see him. I cannot say enough how immersive and wonderful this parade is. Katie painted a beautiful picture of watching this on Main Street. I will still always make the case that parades are more easily watched from Frontierland or Liberty Square for less of a crowd. But for this parade specifically, the backdrop might be worth it to fight the crowd, to see it on Main Street with everything that's going on there. The parade is wonderful. It alone is maybe it's probably not even the best entertainment.
No, it is the best entertainment. This is the hill I die on. I will do anything to see the Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time parade. And like you were saying, Allie, like strategically, I usually catch the parade in Frontierland or over in Liberty Square strategically. Mm-hmm. But for this event, for this parade, you have to see it on Main Street. You have to see it with the snow falling down. I caught it 2 times. I went to both of the parades because I loved it that much. And I caught it the first time in Frontierland and there was no Snope. And I was like, well, that was really cool. And then I caught it on Main Street and I'm like sobbing happy tears.
Yeah.
I moved to Florida and sunshine is wonderful. I'm not going to lie. But I love the snow and nothing has made me feel more at home in the last 3 years than standing on Main Street, seeing that castle with the snow falling down. Nothing.
Yeah, it gets a nice. The parade is wonderful, long, immersive, everything you would want it to be. Toys, Santa, elves, and floats with your characters. I mean, it's wonderful.
My favorite float is the one that Goofy drives, that it has like the turning gumball machine. Like, oh, it's just the coolest. And the reindeer that lead in Santa are so charming.
The reindeer are my favorite. So that's who my girls dressed as. They looked a lot like those and they were so cute. And the reindeer are totally my favorite, probably because they're dancers. But beyond the parade, there are other shows and entertainment. Honestly, Katie made this outline, and parade probably could have been in this category, but I think she just wanted to gush about the parade on its own, and so she put it in its own category. Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration. I'm not sure which one that is specifically.
They have it a few times throughout the night. You come in and they start singing, "It's the most, the merriest," right? Like
Is that
it's the main Fab Five.
Oh, okay. Is that the one where Clarabelle Cow has a cell phone?
You bet.
That show's a little weird.
Oh, you don't like that one?
I did find myself confused a few times watching it.
Okay, well, I loved it. I thought it was charming. It made me feel like you're watching the sitcom. Actually, it reminds me of the Glee holiday episode where they're like recreating, like, we're inviting our friends to a party. That's what it feels like, but Mickey.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not saying you shouldn't see it. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it just was my least favorite of the offerings. It was
okay, fine.
Yeah.
I like the song though.
All right, well, the song is fine. Frozen Holiday Surprise. Obviously, anything Frozen's gonna be a win. You can't go wrong with Frozen. You can't go wrong with Elsa at Christmas time. Club Tinsel.
Wait a minute. You can't skip over this, Allie. What are you doing? I love that they project on the castle. They make it look like it's like frozen and they have the holiday elements and everything too. But you're going to see Elsa and Anna. You're going to see Olaf. Like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. Oh,
I miss the old lights. What were they called? Do you remember when the whole castle was just draped with like old school
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it?
Yes, it was like dripping. It was like icicle lights on the castle. I remember.
I can't remember what it's called, but that was really pretty too, for sure.
Yeah. Tinsel, Club Tinsel in Tomorrowland. That's a big dance party. Love it.
It's okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're not probably going to spend a lot of time there, but if you find yourself over that way, maybe you're riding something in Tomorrowland, it's a good time.
Your kids are going to go burn some energy there. Yeah.
Burn off some of those cookies and cocoa.
Or if you have exceptionally younger children, the Disney Junior Jingle Jam at Cosmic Rays, another good option to burn off the cookies. Would you guys let your kids just pound and house all 5-6 cookies that they get?
Oh, cheese and rice. No. No way.
No, I don't even think they could. Even as teenagers, I don't think they could.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't say no. I think I'd become a yes mom, but I don't think they would or could.
Yeah.
I think they would just not do it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We would get them, but I don't think they would.
Or I would like secretly start stashing them away for later in the trip.
I actually definitely did that. I actually did start, and they, didn't.
Yeah.
We only got one. Oh, here, have a, one bite.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious. The Disney Junior Jingle Jam. This is the only time that we see Disney Junior characters in Magic Kingdom, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. It's actually a little odd that this happens at this park and not at Jollywood. And maybe that just speaks to they're leaning into kids a lot heavier at this party, obviously, because they're taking that Hollywood Studios element and dumping it into Magic, which is great. Always a place for Disney Junior, I think. Minnie's wonderful Christmas time fireworks. That's probably the best entertainment that you're going to get. It's a full fireworks show, full feature show with castle and music and choreography with fireworks. Maybe I'm just a sucker for fireworks, not something new.
Magic and Katie's tears.
And Snow. I mean, really, really wonderful.
Well, is there Snope happening during the fireworks?
Not during,
I can't remember.
I think like right after is when we had it. So I think
like
right after, and you just had it, and then we had Snow.
It's that happiness you walk through before you get to the line at the monorail.
Right. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
this is happening like in the middle of the night, right? Like this is happening between the two parade times. You're going to have all of your classic Christmas songs, right? It's going to be something that everybody knows. It's going to be a time that you want to stand with your kids, hug them, and feel all the Christmas fuzzies. Ah, it's really good.
Yeah, the thing that I've always noticed, even as somebody that's done this and is an expert, you do really have to strategize your time. You need
Yes.
to know, are you going to watch the early parade or the late parade? And we're saying 8:30 and 11, but it's very important that you get your party itinerary when you arrive because that will have the exact
Mhm.
times for the exact night that you are there, should they differ in any way. But traditionally 8:30 and 11. If you catch that 8:30, if you catch the 8:30 parade and you're finished about 9, now you have an hour till the fireworks, but do you want to get there early to get a spot? And how are you going to fill that time? It
Mhm.
takes a lot of strategy to make sure that you do see and do all the things that you want to do, which is also a reason that having two parades is really, really great.
The later parade, the 11 p.m. parade, will always be easier for you to grab a spot on Main Street. I still think you should head straight there
Yeah.
after the fireworks. But the crowd is starting to die down at this point, right? Like some families are leaving.
Some families are using the fireworks as the end of the night, traditional
Hmm.
Magic Kingdom style, and they're heading out about 10:30, which means that you still have 90 minutes and there's a parade at 11, or maybe you saw the early parade and this is when you capitalize on doing some of the attractions after the fireworks
Hmm.
when the crowds are dying. You're probably going to see those lower weights. So just knowing your family and what your priorities are, but the shows and entertainment, there are such a variety. They get a nice ranking. Let's talk characters at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I love a character in a different outfit, right? If I'm going to meet a character and they're going to change their clothes, I want to meet that character that way, right? And for any smart moms travel agents listening today, the hidden Mickey will be clothes. Minnie in her beach attire, Minnie in her Halloween costume, Minnie in her festive holiday attire at Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Sign me up. I want to see that. So you can see Mickey and Minnie that way. Jack Skellington in his Santa suit along with Sally. That is going to be a hard one. So you can meet traditional Jack Skellington at the Halloween party, and then you can meet him when he is making Christmas at the Christmas party, but that wait will be long.
Yeah, Jack and Sally have such a huge like cult following that it's going to be a long line for their meet and greet, but for people who that is their thing, you got to do it, right? Like you have to prioritize it.
Yeah.
Did you say Santa? Is Santa there?
He is there.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't have a Christmas party without Santa.
Yeah, Santa used to meet in the gazebo that was sort of off of the main hub there by the castle, but now he's back in Storybook Circus and they're calling it the Christmas Carnival. So in years past, you used to be able to meet the seven dwarves there, which was our jam.
Mm-hmm.
You can't meet the seven dwarves anymore, but that's where Santa hangs out now.
Yeah. Meeting Santa at Magic Kingdom, is that what childhood dreams are made of? And is there a better place to meet Santa?
That's a hard one. So,
Not. There's only one answer, Katie. Don't overcomplicate it. Yes,
okay.
this is where you want to meet Santa.
No.
You want to go to like a Bass Pro
He wants
Shop?
to go to the mall. Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. Wait. Hold the phone here, though.
All
But
right,
there
tell
are
us.
lots of places to meet Santa on Disney property. So there's one over in Disney Springs, and there's one at every single Disney World resort, right? And
Is
so,
that true?
yeah,
Santa at every resort.
yes. We have met Santa in so many different resorts. Like if we're doing the gingerbread crawl, we've met Santa at the Contemporary. We've met Santa at Art of Animation in front of the really cool tree that's like all the paint and stuff. You can meet Santa in all the resorts. And so,
So you're saying don't waste your time.
yeah.
So, a better question. It's still probably the most magical thing you can possibly do is to meet Santa at Magic Kingdom. But because so many people think that the line will be long and there are other magical opportunities during your holiday stay. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm disagreeing with you flat out. I'm actually going to say Anna and Elsa are meeting in Princess Fairy Tale Hall during the party, and they're meeting in their holiday attire. And I say my girls would be way more excited about that.
Mine would as well. My kids would as well. I have a question though. Is the wait for Anna and Elsa in their holiday attire, is it like the whole party length long?
Probably just as long as Jack and Sally.
I mean, I don't think it's ever been crazy.
Yeah. You don't remember it being crazy, Katie? We actually haven't met them in their holiday attire, so I have any point of reference. My assumption is that it's massive.
I don't think it's especially crazy, and I think it's because Princess Fairy Tale Hall is kind of overlooked during the party. There's so many things happening in other areas that if on a regular park day you're spending most of your time in Fantasyland, during a party you're not spending most of your time
Right.
in Fantasyland. Yeah?
Right. Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Characters get a nice ranking from us. If for no other reason, then they're super rare in you can't meet them this way any other time. You cannot
Nope.
meet Jack in his Santa suit. You cannot meet Anna and Elsa in their holiday attire. And just having that opportunity is getting a nice ranking from us.
For sure. And Anna and Elsa, the only other place to meet them is in Epcot. Like they don't normally meet
Yeah.
in Magic Kingdom.
Having them in Magic Kingdom alone gives this ranking nice because that on its own is a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the very last category here for the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, ride overlays. There are a lot. Before we say what they are, do either of you or both of you think it's important to do these, all of these, at the party?
Don't. I don't because I've seen the ride overlays of some of these rides at some of the other Disney parks, and having experienced those and then knowing what
Mhm.
Walt Disney World's version of this is, I would say no.
Why don't we have a holiday overlay that matches Haunted Mansion at Disneyland at Disney World?
I mean, it's wild.
Yeah.
We need that. I'm sad that we don't have it for sure. I do like some of the holiday overlays at Disney World, but compared to people plan a trip to go see that holiday overlay in Disneyland, like
Yeah.
people aren't necessarily planning a trip to see the holiday overlay at Tomorrowland Speedway.
So let's talk about what they are, right? It's Space Mountain, and what the overlay is festive music and red and green lights while you're riding. Tomorrowland Speedway is about lighting, and there's some Christmas lights. It's like you're doing if you go with your family and you look at Christmas lights, if that's a holiday
Mhm.
activity you do, it's kind of like that. You're driving the Speedway and looking at lights.
And you still smell gasoline.
Uh-huh. The Mad Tea Party, that's a lights and music overlay, right?
Yep.
Yep, you're gonna spin to Christmas music.
Oof. Oof, and barf up all those cookies you just ate.
Oh, I love the teacups.
Jingle Cruise.
As a change in a letter.
Yeah, I don't understand.
No, it's more than a change in a letter, right? So they're going to be doing puns that are Christmas related.
Yeah.
The entertainers of the skippers are leaning more into a holiday angle.
If I was
right?
going to do any of these and prioritize any of them, the Jingle Cruise is the one I would do.
Yeah, for sure.
Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. It's going to lean into holiday jest more than anything else, right?
Yep.
They're fun. And if you have a free moment, great. But if you're going to miss the merriest celebration or you're going to miss an opportunity to see or do something that's only at the party, then I don't think I would prioritize it. You know, I would meet Anna and Elsa in their holiday attire first because that's far more of a rare keepsake type moment, I think. Like I kind of mentioned earlier, if you strategize this to go early parade fireworks, then a lot of people are leaving. You could hit short lines during second parade. Or you're getting a mass of people that plan to leave after fireworks watching that first parade. So also during first parade, you could probably find some low waits. So in general, depending on what your family's doing, during one of the parades, if riding overlays is a priority for you, you probably find the lowest waits during that time.
Another really good time to find low waits is we talked about those 3 hours before the party officially starts. I want to point out that the party starts at 7, and for guests that they've visited Magic Kingdom that day, but they don't have a party ticket, they are starting to leave the park by 6. So that hour between 6 to 7 is a really nice sweet spot for low crowds because the day guests are leaving and not all of the party guests have arrived yet, right?
Right.
So I actually hit Space Mountain right in that time zone, right whenever they're about to change it over to the holiday overlay. I do love the Space Mountain overlay with the red and green lights and like the Christmas music that's rock. It's great.
I would say that's the second most important to Jingle Cruise.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think that's a good way to strategize the ride overlay too, is like catch it right as the party is starting if you enter early.
And I was going to say, make sure with a cast member that you're hitting it at that right sweet spot because you don't want to be the last person without the overlay. So I would just make sure you're asking those types of things. So we like some of these. We don't think they're worth skipping some other things, and they're certainly not to the Haunted Mansion Disneyland California level. So are these ride overlays naughty or nice?
They're naughty.
I think naughty. Yeah. Do them if rides are your thing, but gosh, there's way better outside of these.
And that's why, like, people ask us all the time as travel agents, is the ticket price worth it for the lower crowd levels? And I mean, yeah, but if the thing you're focusing on is lower crowd levels so I can ride all the rides, you're missing the point. There's so much more to the parties than lower crowd levels and lower wait times.
Yeah, I agree with you. When people say, are the crowds really low? We'll be able to ride a lot of things. I'm like, gosh, you might be just going into this with the wrong mentality.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So magical. I love it so much. We're going to take one more break, kind of put a bow on this conversation and hit a lightning lane after we hear from some other Smart Moms travel agents. They're out there, they're entertaining, they are dumping the Disney and travel content. And we know you're scrolling your phone and looking for online communities for interaction with people that love the same things as you smarties do. So take a listen, join them, follow them, and then we'll be back on the other side. There is nothing like saving up and finally planning that dream vacation. And if that is you, you're going to want to join our friends at Smart Moms Splurge at Disney on Facebook. Everybody has a budget, and there are ways to splurge on whatever your budget is. Learn about all of the different resorts that fit your budget and what special opportunities might exist that can enhance your trip with your family and make it extra exciting and amazing. If you're looking for a tight-knit community that can share about all of the exciting ways to splurge at Disney World, no matter what the budget is, you're going to want to join our friends at Smart Moms Splurge at Disney on Facebook. All of you smarties that live in the New York or surrounding area, this one's for you. You have got to join our friends at Smart NY Moms Plan Disney, Universal, and Beyond. Our friend Frances in there is a mom of 2 teenage girls and a lifelong New Yorker. She's a special education teacher that offers a very unique perspective of planning when you're from the New York area. Thinking of taking that long drive, trying to figure out how to navigate the best flights and what week is going to be the best to go. Well, the people in this group have already figured it out. Join them for all of their shenanigans and fun at Smart NY Moms Plan Disney, Universal, and Beyond on Facebook. All right, so I love the way we talked about this. Jollywood Nights is your swanky, leveled up, intimate party for the holidays. And Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is your explosive, emotional Christmas morning. And I think that really sums up what you're experiencing. They are both worth it.
I want to do them both right now.
I do too. This has made me ready to go. If you are already booked for a vacation, find the night or nights in which these parties are happening and just pull the trigger and do it. You have so much FOMO if you do not do it. There's a buzz in the air and other people are doing these cool things that you're not doing while you're there, and you're going to regret it. And if you're not already booked, Disney was smart this year, and there are a lot of Jollywood Night Very Merry parties back to back. So you can hit up a quick couple night stay and just literally go for parties. Stay at the Wilderness Lodge, experience the beauty of holidays at Disney at that resort, hit the 2 parties. I mean, come on. That is a wonderful trip. I might do it. I might book this when we're done recording. Y'all ready for a lightning lane?
Let's go.
All right, Karla, then Katie. Quick answers. Are you ready? Best holiday specific show.
Gotta go minis, fireworks.
The Christmas overlay of the Frozen sing-along in Hollywood Studios, where they sing the Christmas songs, Olaf comes out. That's it for me.
We touched on that briefly. And the parade, the Christmas parade. I put that in the show category. I really do. It is a show. You're sitting down. It's entertaining. Tally himself is a show.
I put that in the parade category.
All right. All right. Favorite holiday beverage?
Gosh, anything with coffee in it. Coffee on Main Street. Like a creme brulee latte. Gosh, that sounds so good right now.
That does sound good. I was actually thinking more generally, and you know how you can have a mimosa that is champagne and orange juice? Around Christmas time, I like champagne with cranberry juice, and it's called a poinsettia.
Oh,
that's tasty.
Ooh, that sounds great.
With some glitter in it.
Uh-huh. I want a glittery mistletoe mojito in Jollywood. That's what I want. Go. Or something like that. Like give me jingle juice or something on the main drag there at Hollywood Studios. Okay, a ride worth riding for the party.
I'm going to say Tower of Terror, and because it's always worth it. But here's why. Because when you exit, you're exiting into the Swanky Tip Top Club, and you're being serenaded, and you get to have a moment to dance, and you're just in this whole other world. That is super cool and unexpected if you don't know it's there. So
it's a great take. It's a great take.
Yeah, y'all thought I was crazy for saying that.
No, it's a great take. I like it.
I love that. I mean, I would probably default to either the Jingle Cruise or Space Mountain.
Yeah. Best character, holiday character interaction.
Geez, I guess Anna and Elsa, not Pinocchio.
I want to say Pinocchio.
Not
Give me my Pinocchio.
Just say it.
Someone.
Just say it. I bet you'll see him.
Yeah, you know who else would be amazing? My littlest baby girl, she's got this. You know how kids fall in love with a stuffy?
Yeah.
She fell in love with this little baby Bolt dog, and she can go nowhere without this Bolt. I mean, she loves Bolt. Bolt will be part of her childhood forever. I have recently seen that Bolt has been randomly meeting at Disney, but it's really random pop-up. If we met her stuffy come to life, like what if Bolt comes to Jollywood? That would be if her stuffy was all of a sudden walking. I mean, come on. That's the stuff her dreams would be made of. All right, tangible gifts or experience gifts for these parties.
I say experience gifts. I say these parties are the experience that you're gifting your children, but you're gifting yourself the joy and like standing there at the fireworks at the end of the night. I mean, there's nothing better than that.
Yeah, gosh, give your kids party tickets to one of these events over anything, over anything else.
As I hate after Christmas, you have so many toys and you're just cleaning all of the stuff everywhere. So I'm all about experience gifts. Let's go to Disney for Christmas.
Okay, to that point, would you rather be at Disney over Christmas Day or New Year's?
Christmas. Like the physical day though, or do you mean like?
I mean the physical day.
No, yeah, I'm gonna do Christmas because I've done it before. I'm gonna do Christmas.
Okay, if it's the daytime, it's Christmas, but if it's the nighttime, it's New Year's.
I'm gonna say New Year's because I do love my Midwest Christmas and the cold and the hopefully snow, and my dream would be to fly out after Christmas, maybe give the kids the gift of Disney for Christmas, and then we fly out and be in Magic Kingdom for the countdown for New Year's. That would be that's on my bucket list. All right, final question. Would you spend the holidays at Disney World or Disneyland or on a Disney cruise?
Oh, it's so hard. I think the right answer is Disney World because so many of the parks offer different things and every one of the parks is decorated for Christmas. So I have to go Disney World.
I actually am taking a Disney cruise this year, like right after New Year's. So I'm inclined to say that, but gosh, my heart is in Disney World for Christmas.
Here's my answer. You're going to go to the Very Merry Christmas Party on December 21st. You're going to go to Jollywood Nights on the 22nd. You're going to board a Disney cruise on the 23rd and spend Christmas morning in the atrium of a Disney cruise with Santa Claus himself. And that's going to be the most magical holiday week of your entire life.
Sounds amazing.
There you go. You nailed it.
Sounds great.
And then you can come back for New Year's.
Cool. Now we just have endless money. No budget, no limit.
No big deal.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, no problem. Now we've been there from December 20th through January 2nd.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right. Jollywood Nights, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. Do them. Worth it. Most of it makes the nice list. And even the naughty things, it's kind of fun to be a little naughty sometimes. So that is going to do it for us on another episode of the Smart Moms Plan Disney podcast. If we helped you figure out which party was the right party for you, if now you are more inclined to buy your tickets, or you just loved listening to today's episode, leave us a 5-star rating and a good review. Maybe we'll read it here on the show. And of course, let us know if it's a pizzelle or a pitzelle. And until next time, we'll see you real soon.
Cheese and rice, Stacy. I'm on the pressure, okay? Don't add the ticking time to me.
You made the list. You should have known.
I know.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Now I want it to be Christmas.
Good. God, that made me want to go. I'm not even going to lie.
95 degrees outside.